Dragonites. How's everybody doing today? Hang on, everyone. It's Friday Eve. It's almost here. You almost made it through the week. Hang in there. Got one more day and then it's weekend time. I hope everybody is doing outstanding, and I hope nobody is melting in this heat. My God, I mean, you know, summer has arrived, people. I'm trying to convince it to get out the door and bring fall with it, but you know, it doesn't listen to me. Okay. Today we're going to talk about some completions for the month of July. I'm going to give you an update on the Dragonite canvas that I was working on from Diamond Dots that I was very frustrated with. We're going to talk about that. We're going to discuss upcoming events. I will show you what canvases I'll be doing for August events. Oh, and I want to thank you all so very much for helping me decide on a canvas for the Under the Sea event, you guys. I was kind of surprised, not totally, but a little bit. So you remember our choices were cutesy, creepy, captivating, or quaint, right? Well, funny thing was, creepy and quaint got exactly the same number of votes. That was really funny. And then the leader was cutesy by 2 votes. Literally 2 votes. It was tied for a long time. So I'll be doing that cute little seahorse for the event, and if there's time, I'll be doing the captivating canvas that came in second, which is the knockoff of the Glass Mermaid canvas. So those are the 2 that are lined up for September. So thank you again very, very much for helping me decide that. Now I can hit it up, have it ready. So that will be great. Okay, and I will show you, I was really happy this month because not only did I finish the ones I was working on, I finished a few minis, and I had time to complete a whip that I've been working on for 4 months. So I'm really happy about that because it's also, I think it's a 40 by 60. So it's a good sized one. So I was really happy that I finished that one. And I worked a little bit on another whip that I've had since March that's, you know, just kind of whipping along, which is fine. And I'll show you that one too so you guys can see the progress. But that's what I want you to understand this, because I know that a lot of us put unbelievable pressure on ourselves to complete, not going to open another canvas, not going to buy anything, not going to do another thing until I have completed. Okay, if that's your game and you're happy that way, okay, go ahead. But for the rest of you, please remember, there is no diamond painting police. Nobody's going to come to your house and count how many whips that you have going on. It's okay. And eventually, if you just work on them when you have a chance, or if you're working on a huge canvas and you're kind of tired of it and you want to spend a session working on something else, do it. I don't necessarily like a lot of whips, but I'm more afraid of having burnout, because I will get burned out. If I don't want to work on something and I'm forcing myself to work on it when I'm not in the mood, bad news. Especially if there's something else that I want to work on. Yeah, I have to have multiple whips going. I have to. And I have to have, you know, certain ones that are just for my soul, to feed my dragon soul. And some that I have going for events. And then sometimes, you know, a partial or something I'm doing as a gift, or, you know, something of that nature. I had a little of all of that this month. And I loved it, because instead of it wearing me down and being frustrated about it, it energized me. So I'm looking forward now to the next couple of months. I'm looking forward to our September event, Under the Sea. Woo! That's going to be fun. I'm also going to go over the roll call for that, because I want you to make sure, if you want to be on it, that you are on it. So if you think you're on it and I don't call your name, you need to let me know. If you are on the list and you've changed your mind, or you've decided you don't want to do it, as depressing as that will be, okay, but please let me know. I'm also going to be doing the kickoff video somewhere between the 15th and the 30th of 15th and 31st of August. I will give you a sneak peek of some of the giveaways, so you'll know what you'll be participating and potentially being able to win. I think you're gonna like it. There's gonna be some cool stuff. So, also, if you have not gone over to Minz's Etsy shop, which is True Vampire Art on Etsy, True Vampire Crafts here on YouTube, get over there and look. She has come up with a phenomenal promotional item that is not only a great deal, but you're going to get a discount code if you're participating in the event too. So, oh, you guys, I'm so excited. I can't even wait till you see it. Oh, she's going to send it to me, so I will be able to show you what it's going to be and where you can get it. So there's also potentially going to be this little set in the giveaways. So stay tuned for that. There's going to be stuff happening in August. Okay. I think that's all the housekeeping that I have. I'm going to go ahead and, well, let's get started, and then I will read off the list at the end, and we'll talk about it. Okay, so first thing is I want to go over this canvas, which I talked about in the last completion video that I did for the completions for June. Oh, you guys. Okay. So I thought about this one long and hard for a couple of reasons. I was very frustrated with it, and I explained why in the last video, but a summary version, the glue was terrible, and the diamonds were literally, I would no sooner place them and they would drift. They were literally skating on the glue, which was bad enough. And then a couple of the jelly ABs drills, you could see right through. Now, that's not good in the best of times, but it was really bad because one of the colors, the symbol was a tiny little square inside a black square inside a big white circle. They looked like insect eggs. It was the grossest thing. Oh, and then the other one, the symbol was a % sign, and you really can see it. So I might be able to get it. I don't know if I can get this close enough to you guys to be able to see, but we'll try it. So if you look in this pink color right here, where am I? Here I am. And this is without the light pad behind it, but I think you'll be able to see that you can see the % symbol right through that. So I was very frustrated because I loved this artwork, absolutely loved it. I really like diamond dots. I've had, very good experiences with them up until this canvas. So the dilemma I was having was, okay, do I just go ahead and, since I've worked on a great deal of it, and go ahead and just finish it and roll my eyes and shrug and move on? Or do I call them and let them know how disappointed I am having been a loyal customer? And so I thought about it. The more I worked on the kit, the more I thought about it, and the more frustrated I got. So long story short, I did contact Diamond Dots. I contacted their customer service. I explained what was happening on this canvas, why I was disappointed, that I had done several of their canvases already that I really liked, had very good luck with, and had beautiful drills, and I was very pleased with them, and then this. And I said, I'm letting you know because I know that this isn't typical, because I've been a good customer. Had this been my first purchase, I would have been very negative about the company because I would have assumed this was their standard. This is not good. And but because I had other canvases, I knew it wasn't their standard. And so I was just letting her know. I didn't ask for anything. I didn't want to do anything other than let them know this is what happened. So she emailed me back within 24 hours and let me know that they were just horrified that I was disappointed, and could I please send them a picture of the drills that were a problem and an area where, the drills kind of were skating sort of repeatedly. Well, that wasn't hard because it was the whole canvas doing that. And she said, if you could please have it with a backlight and then without the backlight. I said, absolutely, I can do that. So I did that. And she did say, you know, no matter what comes of this, I'm sending you a replacement right now. It's leaving today. And I, you know, thought that was really nice. I did not ask for that. I did not, you know, I did not expect that. I was happy that they did it. I was glad that they stood behind their product. I told them so. But long story short, I did receive it. I have not opened it yet. But what ended up happening is a few days later, she sent me the tracking information so that I knew the replacement was on its way. And then she sent me an email thanking me profusely for letting them know what was going on and for sending the pictures, because their development department that develops the products, they're going to do some changes so that you will not be able to see through the jelly drills. And so she said, you know, I really want to thank you, because thanks to you letting us know what was going on with this, you know, you've improved our product. So I thought that was really nice also. And she said that she thinks the problem with this canvas was the glue wasn't cured correctly, and that's why the drills are sliding around. So we'll see if that's going to be the same way with the next one. I will let you guys know when I begin the next one. Don't know right now when that will be, but I will let you know when that time comes. So that's what has come of this. I still love the artwork. I still think the colors are beautiful. I still love the flocking. It's really cool. And I really hope that the replacement kit is not going to have these issues, because that was such a letdown. But I was very impressed with their customer service. I let her know that I would remain a loyal customer and that I really appreciated her replacing the canvas. That was not what I was looking for her to do when I sent the email, just letting her know that, hey, these are problems. But I really appreciated it. And she said, no, absolutely, that's the least we could do. And she said, you know, I'm so thankful you did, because if we hadn't known that we can't improve our products if we don't know that diamond painters are having problems with it. So yeah, so this has been resolved. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this canvas. You know, it's a lot of work to just throw in the trash, but there's that. I might ask some people I know if, you know, they would like to complete it on their own, who, you know, really don't care if there are slippery drills and see-throughs, but, you know, if somebody would like to finish it, that's fine. If not, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'll put it in the damaged canvas section, where I have that great big Disney canvas that, you know, I'm going to someday attempt to re-glue it. I might do that with this one too, but I was pleased with the resolution. So I still believe that Diamond Dots has beautiful products. I also want to encourage you that if you have a problem with the canvas, make a point, you know, don't just accept, just make a point respectfully of letting the companies know what has happened, because oftentimes they're not aware. If they are aware and they've allowed it to be sold anyway, that's a company that I won't be patronizing again. But a lot of the times they just don't know that something got away from the manufacturer that was not up to their standards. So if you do it respectfully and, you know, not accusatory, and you don't push blame on everybody, just let them know, hey, I discovered this, and I know that this isn't normal for your canvases, and I wanted you to know that this is what's being sent out. They're very appreciative, and most times they will either offer you a refund, a replacement, sometimes both. So I encourage you to, you know, let them know in a nice way that, you know, you discovered something that they might not be aware of. All right, so I love Diamond Dots. I will continue to do Diamond Dots canvases, and eventually I will try the new one of this. Right now I'm just looking at this much work going, ugh. So I'm still feeling the burn, but I will do the one that came and let you know, if it had improvements when the time comes. So that is what's going on with the Dragonite canvas. Okay, now what did I complete this month? Well, starting with the minis, I completed, I'll start with the ones that I showed you at the end of the last completion video. I showed you these two. I showed you the box and the packaging for these first two. These were the ones that I got at the local Dollar Tree. Now, I've been to the Dollar Tree once in the last couple weeks. They didn't have anything in diamond painting, like nothing at all. So like I said, they don't always have them, but when I see them, I grab them. But this is the completion of the one. And this is a 6x8, I think. It would easily fit in a 5x7 frame, and I think it'd be really pretty. So, but I was pleased. I had very, very little trash. The glue was really good. And I thought the charting was nice. It's very sparkly. So yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you enough that I really do think that these are great. I mean, if you just want a quick something to do in between huge canvases, or if you want to get a picture frame and, frame it, decorate it, whatever you want to do, and give it as a gift, I think it's very, very pretty. Especially if you know somebody that has a color scheme similar to these reds and oranges. I think they would love it. That monarch butterfly is beautiful. So yeah, went together very quickly. I think 2 sessions was all this took. And yeah, they're absolutely worth the $1.25, just so you know. And this does have the DMC, and I did save these drills because the drills were beautiful. I mean, I don't think I had maybe 2 drills that went in the trash. I did have a couple little bits of plastic in there, but in terms of drills themselves, really good quality. Like I had literally no problem with them. So yeah, if you want just a quick thing, or you're traveling and you want to just put something real quickly in a backpack or your suitcase, I'm going to recommend that you check out your local Dollar Tree and just take a look, because they're kind of nice, very relaxing, no stress, because the drills were great, glue was great. It's a little cardboard piece, so you can just slip it into a frame, and yeah, it's a beautiful little gift. So, and think about, in terms of gifting these, think about like your doctors, your favorite doctor's nurse, your receptionist who doesn't have much on her desk, your neighbor. I mean, for $1.25, come on. It's a really nice gift. And again, I can't tell you how wonderful the drill quality was. They're a little bit bigger, I think, than regular drills, but yeah, perfectly fine. Loved it all. Loved it, loved it. So that was the butterfly. And then I showed you the box that had this little deer in it. And voila. So yeah, again, they went together so quickly. They fit so nice. They clicked themselves right in. I loved it. These were both rounds. This one had 12 colors. It was just done beautifully. I love how they have the circle, the shading of the circle behind it, and then the background with the ivory color. I mean, it just really, guys, it's so pretty. And this is a great one. You could give this to a man, a woman, a neighbor, a college kid, anybody. You just trim it down, put it in a frame, and you're good to go. So yeah, again, $1.25. There's really no way to go wrong. I don't know. My jaded self, I expected these to be kind of not so great. That was my immediate thought is, okay, it's going to be the cheapest possible materials. It's going to be the cheapest possible inks. It's going to be the cheapest possible glue. So my expectations were pretty low. I'm happy to say that it worked out beautifully. I don't even think it looks that pixelated for this size, to be honest with you. Yeah, it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. This one also went fast, 2 or 3 sit downs, I think it was finished, even with all the background color blocking. So yeah, telling you. Or if you know somebody who really loves Bambi, wouldn't this be great for them? I think it'd be great. It looks just like, the yearling picture of Bambi in the movie. So yeah, so do yourself a favor. If you happen to see them, just grab them. You don't know when or where you might use them. Just go ahead and grab them for $1.25, whatever different ones they have. Just put them in your basket. For $5, you can get 2 or 3 or 4. Come on. So those were the 2 minis that I completed. All right. Now, there is one more that's a little one that I purposely did this one as a gift. I mean, I intentionally started it to be a gift. My ophthalmologist is retiring at the end of August. So my last appointment with him is coming up middle of the month. And, you know, he really has been instrumental in saving my vision because I have a chronic condition due to my autoimmune disorder. Had I been born 100 years earlier, I would probably be blind by now. And so he's been my ophthalmologist for 27 years, since 1998. So I'm going to miss him. So I did this one for him. I got this one in a set from Amazon, but I just thought it was it was appropriate. See the little dog with the glasses? Yeah. So I went to I got a set of these frames at Amazon, but they have these frames in Dollar Tree. They have them in a lot of the pharmacies. I mean, they're everywhere. And this is a 7x7 frame. So even though this is a 6x6 image when it's completed, if I had trimmed off the edges, it would be a 6x6. But I think it kind of looks cute since the dog is black and tan and white, to have the white frame and then the black frame border. I mean, I just think it looked cute. My plan was I was going to put paw prints. I was going to use my fabric stamping ink pad and put paw prints around it. But you know what? It didn't need it. Like, I liked it just the way it came out. So, and he was delightfully fun. You can see all those crystals. So it was all crystals except there was 5200 drills and 310 drills. Everything else was a crystal. But I loved his bow tie. Now, I did substitute the 310 glasses for 310 ABs because I felt like, since it's going to an ophthalmologist, I don't know, I just felt like the glasses needed to show up a little bit and be a little more blingy. So that will be a gift to him. I've already written him a little note on the back. But yep, so yeah, we're gonna miss him, and we hope he enjoys his retirement because yeah, he's a really good guy. So anyway, so yeah, think about gifts, right? Now this one came in a set that I got, I don't know, there were 6 or 8 of them that were all different animals, and he just happened to be one of them. And I mean, I got it, very inexpensively. I think I paid maybe $12 for the whole set. So, on a sale. So, I really wasn't out anything, and I think he's really gonna like it. So, and it's kind of a double inside joke because I've been on him to get a pet dog for a long time. Anyway, so this one is going to my dear friend and ophthalmologist, Dr. Nasser. We will miss you. So that was the gift that I did for this month to give to him. But it's nice to have something when something like that's going on where, he decided, I think fairly quickly, that he was going to retire. I mean, and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to give this man? What am I going to do? I mean, it's hard to come up with gifts. A small diamond painting in a frame is always a good gift. So remember that, because it's true. Okay. I'll show you this little whip. So you might remember I kitted this up in March during my anniversary month, and I decided to call it Mated Forever. And so I have been working on it. I did substitute 3 drill colors for some ABs. Same color as charted, but the AB version instead of just the regular drill, because dragons, they needed some bling, and you can see, the bling is coming up, but I wanted it kind of surrounding them a little bit in the water. So I used 3 what I call outline type drill numbers. So I'm halfway finished. So I'm excited about that. Love that, love that, love that. So they're coming along. So they will be continuing to be a whip into the following month, which is this one coming up tomorrow, so August. Okay, here we go. So I completed this one for Crafty Chef Diamond's Disney event. Here they are. You remember I showed you guys I was going to do this one. Elsa and Anna. I'm hoping you can, I'm trying to get you in frame. And finished it rather quickly. I don't think I had more than 6 drills total trash. Very little trash at all on this one. It was great. And I loved the rendering. I wasn't really sure how it was gonna come out. It was pretty confetti heavy. which if I can stick with it, kind of makes me crazy a little bit, but if I can stick with it, I like the payoff for confetti, and it really did. I mean, you can really see that the light is supposed to be coming in from this side. You can see where Elsa's face, you know, is very, very well lit, and you can see the shadows more or less under her chin, where Anna is got the shadow of of Elsa's face being next to her, so her shadow is here. But you know, you can make out her nose, her cheek, her hair. I mean, and I was a little worried because their complexions had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different drill colors to get their complexion. So I thought, oh, I don't know about this, but guys, I love the way it came out. I mean, the little rose up here on the little snowbank here at the top, look how cute that is. You can see it's a little rosebud. And you can make out the flower in Elsa's hair. There's one down here in Anna's hair. This pretty flower right here. I can't really see over the camera. I hope I'm in frame. But yeah, this was beautiful, you guys. Absolutely beautiful. And I loved working on it. What a pleasure it is when your materials are good, when your glue is good and your drills are good. I mean, it just changes the whole game. This is the polar opposite of the Dragonite that I showed you a few minutes ago. So yes, I just need to seal this one and take off the washi tape and trim it and put it in my book, but I'm very pleased with it. So thank you, Crafty Chef Diamond, for doing your Disney event that you do annually, because this was a lot of fun to find this one. I actually wasn't going to be participating because I don't have any other Disney canvases, but then I happened to see this one when I was getting a PR package, and I was like, oh yes, I need this one, please. And it was either GBFKE or Paint Some Way. I'm sorry, I don't remember which one it is. If you want to just put the number in a search engine, it's E as in elephant 4321, and it's a 40 by 50 canvas. And I was happy to find it because I liked this artwork rendition because it's not cartoony, but it clearly looks like the sisters. So that made me very happy to do. And the fact that everything was so nice about it, I just was so pleased that everything went great. Drills were great. Everything was great. I have not sealed it yet, but I will. I actually need to order some more polyacrylic, but I am going to get this one sealed and put in my book because I love it. It was just so nice to have and work on, and it's just pretty. So yeah, it's headed for my portfolio after I get it sealed. But you know, I finished it almost 2 full weeks ago, and it's just kind of been kicking around in my craft room, and I've moved it several times, and yeah, no problem with the drills coming off or popping or anything. They've been great. So, and this one I did as charted, except I replaced one outline drill with ABs, which I thought it kind of needed because it's supposed to be like a snow scene, because you know, Elsa. And so I thought, yeah, we need a little bit of extra sparkle in here. So I added it. So, you know, sometimes just one drill difference can make a huge change in it. So yeah. So, and all it did really is just highlight the snow around the girls. So yeah, it was good. All right. And now the whip that I had going into this month again was one I just did for me, because I kept waiting for a chance to get it done, but I was doing events, and I thought, okay, well, I have to get the events done. But when you do a lot of events, and I try to do a lot of events because I like to try to support my friends doing their events, but I was afraid I was never going to get to do this one, and I really wanted to do it. So I just went ahead and kitted it up so that in between projects I could work on it. And it's been like 4 months or so, but guys, you're going to see why this one fed my soul. Look at this artwork. Is this not the cutest thing? So cute. And I'll tell you, I'll bring it down just a little bit. I will tell you that this, before the drills went on it, this was sort of one of those photo negative effect canvases. and you couldn't see very well what all this was. You could make out her face, but you didn't, you know, you couldn't tell that the dragons were in the picture. So I was a little bit concerned, but yeah, it came out beautifully. I'm just giving you a scan effect. But look at the dimension in here. I mean, you can make out her gauntlets. You can make out the baby dragon and his horns. You can make out the mother dragon and her yelling. And the girl just so happy. And what do I love about this? Well, those of you that have been around a while know that my favorite kind of canvas with dragons are the ones that are not cartoony, are necessarily cutesy, that look like they're interacting with people just as an everyday thing. I love that. And this happens to be one of those. Now, surprisingly, this is not an Ann Stokes, but it absolutely filled my soul. And I thought, this might be too dark, and maybe it's going to be nothing, but I'm going to try it. Oh my God, I loved it. I loved it. There were an awful lot of dark drills. The problem was the 310s in this one were awful. The rest of the drills were great. The 310s were terrible, but there were plenty of them. So I found that, you know, plenty to use. I had to spend time sifting every time that I used the 310, which was a lot in this one. Because this background and all these dark areas are a mixture of 310 and 939. So, you know, I had to do it a lot. But anyway, but this is a 40 by 60. This had 42 colors. And I loved it. I have already sealed this one because I did have some popping drills. They were charted great and they were very close together and they clicked right in, but some of them did try to pop off. So I decided to go ahead and just seal it. So that's what I did. But yeah, so this was the Feed My Soul one that I am so happy I did. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. I haven't come up with a name, but I loved it. I love her holding the baby dragon and the mom dragon, and you know, and her smiling like she just loves all this thing. I mean, this is Wendy's kind of canvas. I loved it. This one came with 4 ABs. It was part of the canvas. I didn't substitute anything. I did it exactly as charted. And I'm very, very pleased. I'm impressed at how well rendered this one was. And it was hard to see that because, again, it was a photo negative effect. But obviously when the drills went on, by the time I was at the halfway point, I was like, oh wow, this is going to be cool. When I knew that the baby dragon came out, I was home free because that was my big concern. That and the girl, I wasn't sure about either, but yeah, I didn't need to worry. It was fine. This one was purchased through Coup Deals quite a while ago, right after they went to their upgraded supplies. So this is a short length canvas. And the drills were, you know, except for the 310, but the rest of the drills were just great. So, yep, very, very happy with this one. So much fun. So glad to finish a whip. So glad it came out the way it did. I absolutely love it. Love it. I mean, this could have been a 40 by 40 or a 40 by 50. If I didn't have all this part on the bottom, it would have been okay. This still would have been fine because this is the part that I love, the 3 of them together. So yep, 40 by 60, 42 colors, lots and lots of fun. Not good 310s. Everything else was great. So yeah, beautiful render. But you know, I don't like the photo negative look because it's hard to tell if it's going to be good or not. I mean, sometimes you just can't tell, but you know, it was an evolution. So, you know, you just never know with those. Now you can look at a nice render and go, oh, that's going to be great. But initially, yeah, it took a while to get to that point. A lot of them were photo negative. So yeah, so that was the whip that I finished that I was doing just because my soul needed a boost. So yeah, it's sealed up well. There's no sticky left anywhere on it. And there was a border on the side that, you know, did have sticky. So it's nice that that's gone now. So yes. So that is this one. What do you guys think I should call it, Dragonites? Come up with a name for this canvas, would you? Yeah, but I loved it. So that is the completions for the month of July. So in August, I am doing Crafty Witch UK Arietta's Home and Harvest and Home event. And I'll be doing 2 canvases that are this size. These are the ones that I unboxed from Italia Diamante Diamonds on Canvas not too long ago from the fall palette. So I'm doing this one, and then the other one has a pumpkin and a sunflower. So, and these are square drills, but I'm intentionally doing this not only because it fits the theme, but because I want to test them out, because I have not done any canvases from this company before. So, be doing 2 of these for Arietta's event, and then the other one I'm going to be doing is Pampered with Diamonds. Miss Nancy, she's doing Dolphins and Water event. So my plan is to do this canvas because notice how there's the mermaid and the 2 dolphins. So it's called Mermaid and Friends. It's a leisure arts canvas. It is a 45 by 55. So yeah, it's got 27 colors. So this is be the one that I'll be working on for Miss Nancy's event. And the nice thing is, if I don't finish it, I can always move it into Under the Sea, because it fits for that one too. And if I do finish it, great, no problem. Then I can just start with the cute little seahorse. So, and Miss Nancy's event's running for 2 months. So, you know, I got a little bit of time. So, which is good, because I am doing back-to-back events for a couple of the months in the second half of the year. So that's what's going on, guys. Now you know everything. Please, again, do let me know if you are planning to join. You have until the 25th of August, which is the month starting tomorrow. So I need you to let me know if you want to be in the Under the Sea event in September by the 25th of August. So here are the people I currently have down as participating in Under the Sea. Margie Grice, Crafty Chef Diamond, Nuck and Futz, Mike Weeks, Diamond Art Joy, Joanne Arnold, Victoria Dodd, Scarlett's Little Crafty Corner, Snuggy's Crafting Corner, True Vampire Crafts, Guyleen Harold, Jennifer Parker, Desiree Jameson, Roxanne Samuscott, Marianne Hodges, Pampered with Diamonds, Matt Smarachek, Sugar Ray Crafts, Master of Jedi, Missy Nelson, Kathy Reynolds, and Neil Porter. So if you would like to be on the list for Under the Sea, please do let me know. If you are doing a large canvas and for Miss Nancy for Pampered with Diamonds event, the Dolphins and Water event, and you'd like to do it for both events, I have no objection unless Nancy does. So check with her. If she's fine with it, you can certainly use it for my event as well. If you just want to be in the event and be eligible for prizes, that's fine. So let me know if you want me to add you. I'm not chasing after anybody this year because I got too many things back to back, so I'm not going to be chasing. So if you don't get on the list, sorry, maybe we'll catch you in the next one. So by August 25th, if you want to participate in Under the Sea, you need to be on the list as of August 25th. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out, and thanks for going over the completions. Hope everybody is having a wonderful week. And the weekend is almost here. Yay! All right, guys. Remember, always be a dragon. Spread your wings. Protect those you love. Have fiery passion. Stay strong, slay your fears, and always fly high, rise up, and soar. All right, Dragonites. You are having a problem with anyone, or anyone is treating you in an inappropriate way, you know what to do. You tell them they are not worthy. They cannot be in your presence unless they're going to treat you with the respect you deserve. You are a Dragonite, and that is just the way it goes. So, let them know they're not worthy if they're giving you a problem. If they want to try 2 or 3 times, and it might take 2 or 3 times for them to come back and say, look, I need to talk to you. Great, you can talk to me as long as you are willing to be civil and courteous, which is what you would ask of anyone that you were dealing with in the world. So if they cannot do it, then they cannot speak to you. You just keep saying, sorry, I'm waiting for you to be worthy. We'll walk away. So that's what's happening, Dragonites. All right, everybody, have a wonderful rest of your week. It's coming to a close real soon, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.